Are you a South African musician trying to figure out where and how to register your own independent publishing company? Welcome to this episode where I plan on demystifying just that. Cue the intro. What's up, it's your boy Scale from ScaleMusicSA.com and welcome to my channel where I share information with my fellow South African musicians to help them improve on their music business. If this sounds interesting to you, please do consider subscribing as I do have other videos I think you'll find informative. In this video, I plan on explaining exactly where to go to register your own independent music publishing company. Now, there are several reasons why you'd want to register your own music publishing company, like you want to help fellow musicians register their music more efficiently, you want to separate your tax. Whatever the reasons are, I'm just gonna basically break down exactly where you need to go to register your own publishing company. So the very first thing that you want to do is register a company and a company name. The place where you go to do this is the Companies and Intellectual Property Commission, otherwise known as the CIPC. It is fairly simple to register. There's a certain amount of money that you'll have to pay to the CIPC to register. Last time I checked was about 175 Rand. The very next thing that you want to get sorted out is to get a bank account. I highly suggest that you get one of the major ones, i.e. FNB, Absa, Nedbank, Standard Bank, or Capitec, whichever one suits your business. Remember, your business can have multiple bank accounts, so depending on your needs, you can change or port to another bank. But use the one that is the cheapest and most cost effective to your current situation, because you don't want to be paying 200 or 300 bucks every month if you don't have cash. Also, make sure that the bank account that you register or set up with links seamlessly with PayPal, because if it doesn't, you're going to have issues with getting money from places like DistroKid, etc. Now, you've already got your company registered. Now you got your bank account. The very next thing that you want to do before you start making money with that business is to register with the taxman. Tax is necessary to be paid, but since you're a small business, you may be waived off. The tax brackets change every year, I think. So you'd want to make sure that you register with the tax. The way you do this is head over to SARS's website and you register for small business tax reference number. You can't really register with anything else before you have the tax number, but you cannot get your tax number before you get your bank account or the CIPC. So the order is CIPC first, next is the bank account, then you register with SARS. There's still more coming up. Don't rush away. Sorry for interrupting. I have to mention this. I've got a WhatsApp group where I tell people every week when I've released a video. I'd highly appreciate it if you join the WhatsApp group. The link is in the bio below, or you can holler at me on WhatsApp. My number is also in the description below. Let me carry on with the video. Since you're a publisher, you want to start getting sorted with the publisher's side of music. So now you have to go and register your independent publisher as a publisher at all the collecting services. So the very first one most people have to do is SAMRO. SAMRO is free, and I highly suggest that you do this almost as soon as you get your tax reference number. You cannot do this without a bank account, a tax reference number, or a company registration number. So before you start registering there, get these three things and you should be sorted. The registration on SAMRO is fairly simple. You just go on the website, you download forms. There's 3 forms. Download the 3 forms, you fill them out, and then you also send a notification of works. You might not have works yet, so you can leave the notification of works fairly empty, or you can just register one song just so you have something to submit. Make sure you read all the details, and I won't go into detail how to fill that out now because it will need another separate video and it will take a lot of time for this video. The next place you want to register after SAMRO is CAPASSO. CAPASSO basically deals with the mechanical royalties and also sync royalties. So if you have an independent publisher, I highly suggest that you register with CAPASSO. CAPASSO has a registration fee of 250 if it's for publisher. Make sure that you're not registering as a composer but as a publisher, as it's a different type of entity. So in a nutshell, this is where you have to register. You have to go to the CIPC to register your company and get your registration number for your company. You have to have a bank account so that you can link, or your tax can link to your money. And the third thing is you have to register with SARS because SARS needs their tax. Taxman needs its money. Then after these 3 things, you start registering with the collection organization, the CMOs. So you collect with the PRO, which is SAMRO. You register there, that is free. And then you register with CAPASSO. There's 5 things that you have to do. The first 3 are mandatory, the next 2 are not, but you're basically not a music publisher if you're not registered with CAPASSO or SAMRO. Another place I'd consider registering as an independent publisher would be SAMPRA or IMPRA, but if you are publishing for other musicians other than yourself, I highly suggest that you do not do this, because IMPRA and SAMPRA have to do with record labels and recording artists, and if your company is a publishing company, theoretically you have no business dealing with record labels. But it also depends on how you're structuring your deals, and it might actually help the independent musicians that you are publishing to be registering their work. So you might want to take a portion of that money for them, especially if they don't have an independent company. But that has to do with all sorts of contracts. So do your research before you register with IMPRA or SAMRO. The next place I suggest that you look into is RISA. The same reasons why you might not want to register with RISA, it's because that technically you are an independent publisher and not a record label, as RISA deals with record labels and independent record labels. But it all depends on how you structure the company or the independent publishing company that you registered. But look into it. It's not a mandatory, and it's probably not advisable unless you are self-publishing yourself and want to have an entity to get that money in for you. That concludes this video where I explain the 5 places where you need to register if you want to set up your own music publishing company. I hope you found this video informative, and if you did, please hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the bell, as it tells me what you are looking forward to, and it also notifies you every time I release a video. Don't forget that I have a WhatsApp group where I share information and valuable insight on the music business as an independent musician. It's the link is in the bio below. Just hit on there and you'll get a message at least once a week where I have released a video. And until next time, skill again, do it again.